Hello everyone, my name is EVOO and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. Cooking is fun, cooking is easy, and as you know, I love to share my recipes with you. And today folks, we are going to cook up some boneless, skinless chicken thighs to absolute perfection. Let's get started right now. So here I have some beautiful boneless, skinless chicken thighs. The first thing we're going to do is season them up, and then folks, we're going to marinate them. So first things first, a little drizzle of olive oil over your boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Now, yes, you can use chicken breasts if you want for this recipe, but honestly, folks, the boneless chicken thighs have so much more flavor and they're so tender. It's my preferred choice. So that's why we're using the thighs today. Okay, so we've got them now sprinkled with some olive oil. Season these as you wish to taste. What I like to do is I'm gonna season these up with salt and some Montreal chicken spice. Okay, now that I've washed my hands, let's sprinkle some salt. And I like to use this Montreal chicken spice. But again, you can spice these up, folks, to your liking. So I'm just gonna flip them, give my hand a wash, and then season the other side. Alrighty, and then same thing. Salt to taste. And Montreal chicken spice. Alrighty, so I've got them seasoned as I wish. So what I have here, I have 1.5 tablespoons of minced ginger. So for this recipe, you can use anywhere from 1 to 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna use 1.5. And in fact, we're gonna put our beautiful boneless chicken thighs into a container. Okay, and then we're gonna take our 1.5, I've got 1.5 here, but you could use, like I say, up to 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. I also have here 1.5 tablespoons of sorry, that was minced ginger. This is the minced garlic. I have 1.5 tablespoons of minced garlic here as well, which is about 3 to 4 cloves, depending on the size of the cloves. You just want to chop them up and mince them up and mix that up with your chicken thighs. Okay, so now I've got garlic and ginger in there. Now we're gonna make our liquid marinade. So for that, I need to wash my hands. And in case I didn't mention it, this is 8 chicken thighs, which is about 2.5 pounds. Okay, so for our marinade, we're gonna use soy sauce, 1/4 cup of dark soy sauce. Now remember, this adds a little bit of saltiness as well to the chicken, so keep that in mind when you season your chicken. So 1/4 cup soy sauce. I'm also going to use hoisin sauce, 2/3 of a cup of hoisin sauce. So a little bit more hoisin than soya, and that's going to give us a salty / sweet combo. Okay, 2/3 of a cup of hoisin, and I will use a spatula to make sure I get it all out. Okay, we definitely don't want to waste anything. And a little bit more in there, I see. Okay. I have here, I just squoze a lemon. I like to use the old-fashioned method. I squoze 1 lemon, and basically what you're looking at is 1/3 cup of lemon juice, which is the equivalent to the juice from 1 large lemon. Okay, now the only missing ingredient, if I can get that open, is honey. And I'm gonna add a tablespoon of honey. A little more sweetness. Okay. Okay, there we have it. And now, scrape that off, and let's give that a quick mix, folks. Let's mix that up. This is going to become our liquid marinade. Okay. And let's pour that right in and over top of all of our chicken. Again, spatula. Make sure your container is big enough. You don't want it to overflow. You could also use a Ziploc bag. Any container that's going to hold the chicken and the brine, or in the marinade, I should say. Okay, so I'm just going to move these around a bit so that they all get covered up with that beautiful marinade that we just made. Quick and easy, folks. This is very, very easy to do, right? And now what I'm going to do, we're going to let this sit. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and it's going to sit for about 2 hours. So if you're in a hurry, 30 minutes will do it, but 2 hours is like prime. But if you don't have time, then a half hour or anything more than a half hour is perfectly fine. Try not to let it marinate for more than 5 to 6 hours max, but we're only going to do it for 2, which is preferred. There we go. Okay, so put a lid on it, and we put it in the fridge, and we come back and have a visit in 2 hours. Here we are 2 hours later, and let's see how our chicken is doing. Yes, it looks mighty fine. It's been resting nicely and marinating nicely. Let's take one out here. Oh, look at that. So nice, folks. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I've been soaking some wooden skewers in water, and I'm going to skewer up these chicken thighs. I'm going to put one through one side and one through the other. I'm going to use 2 skewers per thigh. That way it's easier to rotate, and it's not going to spin around on me in the grill. So let's take all of these out one at a time, and I am going to skewer these up. And now for our last one, last but not least. And in the meanwhile, what I went and did, folks, is I went and fired up my barbecue, and I put it on high, so it's preheating on high, because we are going to put these on the grill. Now, as such, you do not need to skewer these. If you don't have skewers, they can go on the grill just the way they are, but that's how I like to do them. So let's make our way over to the barbecue. And our barbecue is piping hot. Oh yeah, feel that heat. And what I want to do, just to help prevent sticking a bit, I'm just going to spray a little bit of oil on these grates carefully to get them greased up a bit. That'll just help prevent with the sticking factor. So, oh yeah, nice sizzle there, folks. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Okay. Now we all going to fit. I got one here that might have to go just in a bit. Okay, now we're going to let these cook. When the bottom side gets browned, I will flip them. I'm going to leave the lid open because we want more of that barbecue grilling flavor, not necessarily oven flavor with this closed. So leave the lid open, and we want the internal temperature of the chicken to be about 165, actually 170 degrees would be best. And I have here my thermopen that I will use to check the temperature of the chicken once it's cooked to make sure we're at the proper temp. So I'm going to let it cook for a few minutes. We'll check the bottom out, and then we'll give them a turn. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. We're going to give these a turn, and I just went underneath them with the spatula because they were sticking very little, because when you start with the oily grates and nice and hot as they were, the sticking factor is not as bad. So everyone's barbecue will be different. So mine happened to be about 5 minutes. Yours may take longer or less, depending on your barbecue. So there you go. Look at that, folks. Doesn't that look great already? Oh my, that is picture worthy right there. Okay, we're going to give them another probably 5 minutes on this side, and then we'll take a look and see what the temperature is doing. Here we are 5 minutes later, and like I say, they're looking really good. And this one's a little bit thicker. I've got some different hot spots on my grill. I don't know if you do as well, but I'm gonna shuffle things around a bit. I'll flip that one over, flip that one over. This one is really thick. I'm gonna put him right in the middle, but I'm gonna turn these, put that guy right here. There we go. And this one, you take that spot over. This one's doing fine, as is this one. Oops, and I just broke one of my skewers. Metal skewers work better than the wood ones, but I like the look of the wood. There we go. All right, we're gonna let those continue to cook until the internal temp gets to, like I say, 170 degrees. And if we want to take a peek, this one here, which is a little bit thicker, it's 132, so definitely not cooked yet. This smaller one perhaps might be almost 154. Okay, we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. It's been another 5 minutes, so we're going to give them another turn. So total so far on my barbecue, it's been 15 minutes so far. But again, your barbecue could be totally different. So we're going to give these a turn. They are looking really, really good, folks. Okay, and now with our thermopen, I'm just going to check this thick one again here and see what we've got. Let's go right in the thickest part. 149. So again, you want 170, 165 at a minimum, but 170 preferred. So that's 150. This one, 160, a little bit hotter. So they're going to need a little more time. So we're just going to let them cook for probably about another 5 minutes, and then they should be about done. Another 5 minutes have passed, and yes, I wash my thermopen in between uses, of course. So let's check this thick one again. What do we got there? Oh, we've got, oh boy, that's up to 200. How did that happen? Okay, 170. Let's check this one here. 190. Okay, these are done, folks. I like to go to at least 170, like I say, to be safe. Now, this part is 100% totally optional. We could take these off the grill and dig in, but I'm just going to brush them just with a little bit, a thin layer of barbecue sauce. So again, this is 100% optional because this chicken is going to taste amazing just as is. But I know Laura likes this barbecue sauce, so we're going to go for it. All right. In fact, let's put this right down to, let's turn these right off, because these will continue to cook even when they come off the grill. So I probably should have checked them after maybe 3 minutes instead of going the entire 5. But you know what? They're still going to be, they're not going to be overcooked because they're marinated and we've retained some juices. They're going to be amazing. Okay, I can't wait for the taste test. Get that one going. And more. Again, not too much. I don't want to overdo it. Okay. That looks great. So I'm just going to cook the barbecue sauce for a second or two on that side. Get it nice and hot. And then we're going to plate these up. There we go. Just a quick little cook. All right, maybe the bigger ones can go on first. These big ones, that's a big one there. Looky there, folks, isn't that nice? You gotta love barbecuing. Oh yeah, actually, maybe we can do this. Hey, make for a, I'm not, Laura's the one with the nice presentation, not me. I'm more, you know, get the job done. But hey, but you know what? That's not bad at all. All right, let's go do the taste test. Oh yes, folks. My favorite part, the taste test. Don't they look good? I know they're going to taste good. I know that already. Let's start with this one right here. Look at there, folks. Absolutely beautiful. And you know, that little bit of barbecue sauce just kind of enhanced the flavor a little bit. But very, very nice. Cooked right through on the inside. Of course, you could see it's still steaming hot because, well, you know, I can't really wait. Oh my. Folks, the flavor. So tender. This is so tender. These, like I said, you can use chicken breasts, but these boneless, skinless chicken thighs, you don't even need a knife. Oh my goodness. That marinade, folks, I get that little hint of ginger and garlic. That hint of sweetness, but yet that hint of saltiness. Folks, this is a winner right here. You have to give this recipe a try. So easy. Set the marinade up, leave it for 2 hours, go about your day. Come back, put them on a skewer or not. On the grill they go. My grill took close to 20 minutes to get them up to temperature. Yours may vary, but you'll end up with a fantastic, fantastic chicken dinner, which, yes, I am going to enjoy tonight. Folks, wherever you're tuning in from, thanks for spending time with me in the kitchen today. And as always, until next time, bon appetito and salute. These, folks, are really, really good. Excellent.